Chayce Crouch.
As you looked at the film, what did you like about what you saw of the team on Saturday?
Yeah, I think we made a lot of growth between week 1 and week 2. I think our offensive line played really great. Running backs ran the ball hard. Receivers were finding ways to get open. And I think the main thing I really liked was the competitiveness of the offense. Everybody was going hard every single play and being really competitive, and that's what I liked the most.
In the second half, you guys had some long drives, ate up a lot of clock. What did you see in that second half compared to the first half?
Yeah, we came out of the locker room in the second half, and that was our goal, to come out, put together a long drive, and go down and score. And that's exactly what we did. I think that also showed some growth. From week 1 to week 2, we sustained a long drive, and the time of possession, we had a lot more time than we did the first week, so that was really good to see.
How are you settling into this, starting quarterback role, and how do you feel like you've grown the first couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think I'm I'm settling in well. The first week, I didn't stay in the pocket as much, and you saw last week there were a couple times that I would stay in there and kind of take some hits as I was making throws and things like that, instead of relying on my legs to get out and make big plays. So I think that was definitely an area of growth that I learned from week 1 to week 2, is just kind of staying in the pocket and giving my receivers more time to work and get open, and then delivering the ball while I have pressure in my face.
I think a lot of folks were holding their breath for a moment when you took a dive into the end zone. Did anybody say, don't do that again, or were they excited for you to do that?
Nah, I mean, I think I know how to handle myself now. Last year when you saw me dive in there, I was kind of flipping and landing on my head and things like that. But this year, I felt like I knew what I was doing. I saw the defender put his head down, and when I dove over him, I felt like I knew how to land. I kind of rolled over on my back. So, yeah, I mean, maybe a couple people held their breath, but I wasn't worried at all about it.
How many times have you done that in your life as a quarterback?
Quite a few. Quite a few.
You got 2 freshmen on your offensive line, or you did the other night. What's their demeanor in the huddle and during the game as they go? Are they quiet? Are they talking at all? What's going on with that?
I think they're very confident. I know you see Larry, he's a huge kid, and I think that he knows that he can overpower some of these defensive linemen, and he's a very confident kid. And Alex, he's very smart. He knows what he's doing every single play, and that's kind of rare for a freshman. He's coming in and he's playing really like he has experience, and that's really great to see. And I mean, you guys saw him last game. They played very, very well, and that was really great to see.
Chayce, going on the road for the first time with these young guys, is there anything different has to happen for this game or not?
We prepare the same way. I think it'll be exciting for these young guys to take a road trip, to go down in another environment and play a game. It's going to be really exciting for them. And, yeah, like I said, we're going to prepare the same way, and we're looking forward to it. They're a great team.
How about you personally? You like being on the road?
Yeah, I like playing on the road. I like having the opposing team's fans there. I like the noisy environment and things like that. I think that's fun. It makes the atmosphere more competitive, and your back's against the wall a little bit more at times, and I like that about football.
Do you have to do anything technically different? Because maybe snap count, all that kind of stuff, anything different or all the same?
It depends. If the crowd noise is louder, we might switch things up with the snap count to make sure everybody's on the same page. Sure. But we haven't looked into that too much yet. We're focusing more on the schemes of USF and their personnel right now and how we're going to attack it. So I'm sure as the week goes on, we'll start talking about that.
Do you feel like you have to cram a little bit because of the short week, or do you have enough time to get all the prep in?
Yeah, not necessarily cram. We bump days up one day early because we are playing on a Friday. Yesterday, as a team, we kind of got a workout in, and we already started watching the film, and we kind of treated it like how we would treat today. So, no, I don't feel like we need to cram at all. It is different because we're playing on a Friday, but we bump things up, so we're in good shape.
Christian said the locker room was a little bit different after this win than it's been in years past. Did you see that, or how do you feel this team's responded through 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think the locker room was real excited. I think that for the most part, maybe he was talking about how that's a big win for our program, and when we were all in there was just that feeling of confidence and that feeling that, yeah, all summer, like, we've been working to be 2-0, and this is where we're at. And And through camp, I mean, our goal was to win all of our non-conference games, and we've put ourselves in a position that we're able to do that. So I think after the game in the locker room, we were all like, yeah, let's go get this goal, let's finish this up, and move on to our other games. So I think that we've put ourselves in a good position to achieve one of the major goals we set for our program this year.
It looks like we might see more of Lewis Dorsey. What have you learned about him in the somewhat brief time you guys have had to work together? What kind of a weapon is he? What's he bring to the offense?
Yeah, he's really versatile. He's a playmaker. You saw on that 3rd and long, he caught the ball and turned it upfield and got the yards we needed, broke a tackle. So I think Lewis is a playmaker. He's athletic. He was a basketball player. He goes up, likes to jump for the ball. So he's another one of those players. You see him out there, you can't always tell he's a freshman when he's out on the field, and he's handled things a lot better than a lot of people would.
As a veteran of this group, what have these freshmen added? Like, have they added a different kind of energy to this team, or what do you see?
Yeah, I think it's just the new faces. It adds a lot. They bring energy. They're not acting like freshmen, and that's good to see. I mean, they give some other people confidence when they're out there making plays, and sometimes they always don't know exactly what they're doing out there, but they're out there flying around, playing tough and being competitive, and that's what we want our DNA to be. We want to be consistent, and we want to be competitive and go out there and compete like crazy until the last whistle blows. And this week we beat a really good football team, and we showed signs of that competitiveness and that grit that we want to be known for.